Hey guys, my name is Aaron, but in the I Love Kickboxing world, I'm known as Coach Aaronator. I'm excited to walk through a class today, and I want to show you how I take a regular class plan and amp it up, add a little bit of my own spice so that I enhance the member experience. Now let's start with our warm-up. We're going to take that first basic exercise of the butt kickers. Even though it's a great warm-up for all of our muscles, I want to have a little bit of fun with it. So this is how I'm going to spice it up for the members. Let's deep dive into this next class, and we're going to start right away with these butt kickers. I want to amp it up a little bit more. I want to have fun. So while the members start doing their butt kickers, I'm getting into the groove of the music. We're going to start raising our hands up overhead, maybe out to the side. I'm being silly with them. We're throwing punches in the air. I'm warming up, loosening up just as much as they are. And then we kind of go into our dynamic movements. These are great exercises, again, just to kind of warm up the body. The members are getting in their mindset. I love that we throw some dynamic stretches into these warm-ups as well. So we're loosening everything properly, a little bit more slow motion so that we're making sure we get every body part, because with kickboxing, we're using upper body and lower body. As they perform those speed skaters, are they pushing off and landing correctly? I'm encouraging them to get a little bit lower into those speed skaters. I find if members really understand what it is they're doing and why they're doing it, they'll engage their muscles and their body movements better behind it. I remind them to push off that lead foot to come back to center every time as they keep their chest up. You can tell the warm-up is starting to amp up a little bit more when we start throwing these more advanced exercises in there. I mean, it's a jumping jack burpee. Who doesn't love it? I'm taking a burpee and advancing the movement. We're having fun with it. I'm encouraging them. It's only 30 seconds. They can do anything for 30 seconds. Doing the old fighter stance, throwing those shadow boxing. Nice, and I'm always cueing them what the next exercise is. I don't like to waste any time. It's only about a 6-minute warm-up. We have no time to waste. We are always going into the next movement. They're about 30 seconds long. The last exercise is always a fun finisher. So for this one, we're doing a bunch of squats, but then on my cue, they gotta go into that explosive squat jump. So talk about a leg burner. They're really smiling in there. All right, our gloves are on, the world is off. We're starting with our first combo on the bag. It's so important that I cue and demo what I want the members to do, and then I have them perform. In this case, we have a full class, so we have 2 people on every bag. So I remind them, one person does the combo on the bag, the other one's bouncing and breathing. We're starting off with that basic jab cross, so it's gonna be very fast paced. One person goes, the other one bounces and breathes, then they're back on the bag. I'm always reading the room too. If I see everyone really warming up well and they have that combo down good, I'll amp it up a little bit more. And I like to throw in a few little extras in there. I could tell everyone was warmed up, so I started changing it up a little bit, maybe the height differences on the bag, on where they're striking, and then we're always finishing with that fast burnout at the end. But starting off with a good demo upper body boxing drill. I like to warm them up a little bit more before we introduce those kicks. Explanation is key. You'll notice I'm cueing those power uppercuts, and then I take that step back because you have to make room for those jab crosses. And then I let them cook. I let them get on the bag. Again, they're still working that alternating cadence. I like to step in on occasion with those tie pads, engage with the members a little bit more, push them a little bit more. I love seeing the members when they really get focused and dialed in, and especially when they have a partner on the bag, it just really motivates them and pushes them a little bit more. They don't have time to rest. They can't slack off. Their partner is waiting for them. And again, we're always finishing every round, that last 30 seconds, with a fast burnout. And I am jumping in with those final burnouts. Again, it's last 30 seconds. You are encouraging members to really push themselves to the next level. That's where they're bringing their heart rate up to the next level before they do an easy recovery. They're watching me demo that next bag drill. Woo, fun combo. Explanation is key. You want to make sure that they understand where their feet are turned and those hips are turned for every single combo that they're doing. That was a great round kick, by the way, if I do say so myself. It's important when you cue and demonstrate these exercises, these combos, you're doing it at full speed so members can see the potential that they can build up to. It's made for all fitness levels. If I need to set up a regression, if someone's a little bit newer, like Christy loves fitness, but she's a little bit newer to it, so I may break it down for her a little bit more. Again, pulling out those tie pads. Nothing better than hitting those tie pads, kind of pulling a member off that bag, working that extra engagement. Here, Zach, I could probably tell you he's a little lonely. He's the only person on the bag, so I'm gonna jump in with him because again, I love this combo just as much as they do. Again, working that fast burnout, always celebrating those victories, those milestones. They just finished a round. Halfway through the workout, about, bag drill number 5, I always work in a fun drill where it's easy for the members to do a quick, fast back and forth, not to mention a great amp up and engagement. So in this case, it's 10 straight punches plus 2 squat jumps. I'm pulling out the tie pads, I'm working with them. I might double up the partners. So while I'm doing 10 straight punches with one, the other one's doing as many drop squats as they can. They go back and forth. I mean, I am really cooking them for these next 3 minutes with this round. They're nice, light, easy exercises, but they're fast paced. Laura, you can tell she loves working those kicks. So every time you work those kicks, that's really a third of your body weight. So think about all the calories you're burning, those major muscle groups you're using just to perform a kick, whether it's with me or on the bag. And you bet I'm sweating just as much with these members and having fun. We're always working that core, even into that final burnout. We had squats behind those punches. Members can't say no. Like I said, those members, they are working hard for those 3-minute rounds. So I always like to celebrate every time they finish a round. One of my favorite kicks on a bag is the switch ground kick. You're working that lead leg, but you're sending power behind it. So again, very important that I teach it and cue it correctly so that the members can work this on the bag. Probably my favorite move on the bag. So again, Shannon, world-class kickboxer, doing the combo, and then Tracy coming in. Said jumping in with Zach again. Can't leave him solo on the bag. Plus, it's such a fun combo. I love engaging as much as I can. Another fun burnout, so I'm cueing them to alternate those round kicks all the way to the end. The start of another round, I'm cueing that combo that I wanted them to perform. Again, bringing out more of those round kicks through all these combos, working our shoulders, working our core, working our legs, not to mention our endurance. We're constantly moving the entire time. Nothing more empowering for a member to execute those round kicks with the tie pads. We must be nearing the final round because I always like to add an extra little movement in there. So in this case, we're working a burpee into a jab, cross, hook, hook. So it's a great exercise I can amp up when there's partners on the bag, because while one's doing the burpee, the other one's doing on the combo on the bag. They do a little seesaw action. And then that last 30 seconds, I love bringing everyone in together in that community, and they're all doing the final punch for that last 30 seconds. Then we always finish with a nice core and cool down drill. In this case, I like to use the glove as a little prop to work with our core. Doesn't weigh that much, but when you have an object to hold on to, it's just another way for your muscles to engage a little bit more. So a nice little figure 8 pass through the legs. It's like an old basketball drill. But your core and your hip flexors are on fire. Throughout these exercises too, I'm always amping up a little bit more, or if a member needs a slight regression, I always want to make sure that they feel comfortable, their lower back is safe, their core is engaged. After that great 4 minutes, then we start going into a nice cool down stretch. It's very important to cue the movement, the transition, and where they should be feeling the stretch. Sometimes they don't quite understand where that stretch should be felt, so it might be the back of the leg, through the hips a little bit more, brings that heart rate down. Again, we just really encouraged, pushed, and motivated over the past 45 minutes. As you can tell, I was sweating just as much as the members throughout the class. And again, good cue words, and then as we transition to that very end, I love to bring all the members in together, celebrate their victories, any milestones that they might have for how many classes they completed. Just let them know that they accomplished something great. They give you their time, their commitment over the course of that 45 minutes. Celebrate it. And we always like to do a little picture at the end, add a little bit more to our social. The members love it. They have a great time. I hope you enjoyed this class just as much as I did. I love being an I Love Kickboxing coach and bringing my own spice and flavor and personality to the class plan and really enhance that member experience. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.